Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a T92 HMC, the Tier 10 American SPG, and we're located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region, also known as the Mannerheim Line, and the commander of this vehicle is Ineedcoffeedude, and you can see he's got 2 marks of excellence on his barrel, so he plays a lot of Arty. Should do, because he's one of the co-founders of What Arty Noobs. Anyway, what can I tell you about the T92? Well, has the biggest gun in the game, even with all those rockets coming in. Whoa! Hitting the ground. He's got the biggest gun in the game, 24 centimeters, and it's a hell of a gun. Okay, now he's looking for a target. And he's looking at the area where the little lookout or plateau right at the top of the rock, where some of the tank destroyers go to spot our guys. Nobody turned up there yet, but we can see an AMX 1390 a little further away. No, I think he's going to keep his aim on this area. That's a wise decision, because that AMX 1390 is going to be very difficult to hit. And there are a few tanks nearby who can actually do the damage to that. Ah, there's a T110E4, Tier 10 American TD, and he took a splash for 270 hit points, 2 critical hits. And Ineedcoffeedude has just relocated a very little, not a lot. And now we can see a Noobs up there as well. It looks like he was stunned with the same shot. And that T110E4 is taking a lot of damage, and he's picking up a lot of damage, stun assist there. He's picked up 1,000 stun assist from that one shot alone. Now it takes 39.59 seconds, 40 seconds to reload this gun. In actual fact, it used to take a minute in real life to reload this howitzer. Oh, knocked over a tree there as he was on the way down the hill. But there's some heavy duty tanks at the other end of that pass, but we can't get them because they're in shade of rock. But that Udes is possible to hit him. Round out. Oh! Well, it landed behind him, but it still did 359 hit points of damage to the Udes, and he has picked up damage assistance because he tracked him at the same time. And a few extra shots went in, and the Udes is pulling away now. He doesn't want to be up there. Okay, so I don't think the enemy's going to be using that little lookout to fire on us anymore. And there's the T110E4. That's where he relocated to after he'd been shot. So I think that Ineedcoffeedude is going to put a round into that area. Oh, there's a Pershing pushing the corner. But he's disappearing. That Pershing's a Tier 8 American medium. Oh, direct hit there on the FP4202. That's a Tier 8 British medium, premium medium. We've got a nice stun on him, and the FP4202 has been taken out. Now, there are some enemy on the pass down below. T95, Tier 9 American TD, trying to make his way up. And it's a T26 E5 Patriot as well, Tier 8 premium. Now, I think he's going to go for the Doom Turtle first. Almost reloaded. He's dialed in. He's ready to shoot the moment the reload finishes. Lining him up. And rounds out straight away. Direct hit. 459 hit points. Good strike. Nice bit of stun there. He might get some damage assist. Yes, he did. Well, stun assist. 410. I think those shots are going into the lower plate of the T95. You can see those big fuel tanks on the back of the T95, very vulnerable to Arty. If you can put the round on the back on those particular fuel tanks, you might get a fire. Okay, lining up the shot. Ready to go, round out, straight away, and another direct hit, but only 174 hit points this time. And I think the reason for that is he hit the strongest armour, unfortunately. And he's been joined by an M40 just alongside him. Now he's not relocating between these shots, but I think the enemy Arty's just too busy to counter battery. He's going to go for the Patriot next. who's already lost a lot of hit points, and he's now one shot. Can he get him on the next shot? Only 318, that's all he needs. Could do that easily. He's loaded. Now, rounds out straight away, and direct hit, and he's out the game. He's back in the garage, regretting his life choices on the Patriot. Well, not really, no, but it's a good tank, but not against the tier 10 Arty. Okay, now we've got an Object 430 who's got rather close. And that means that he's going to have to relocate now because he might be spotted by the enemy. And unfortunately, because this 430 is so close, he is going to actually depress the gun aiming. And that means that it's going to be a difficult shot because his own teammates might get in the way. And he gets a direct hit, 492. Now, will he be spotted? No, I think he's safe behind a ridgeline for the moment. And that 430 is pulling back because he realises he could get hit again and he would be out the game the next time. So all that 430 can do now is spot. He's effectively now neutered as a medium tank because he can't brawl if he's a one shot. He has to take up light tank duties. If you're a medium tank and you're down to a one shot, you really just have to take your targets of opportunity and run around. You can't sort of like fight it out. Now he fired around him now. Oh, he took out the Udes, who was actually some distance away, but he splashed him to death. He was sitting up on top of that hill. And there's the Doom Turtle. He's still there, but he's now one shot. Right, I think that's going to be the next target, but we've got a few seconds to wait before reload commences. Ineedcoffeedude's got 2 kills at the moment. And the wolves are howling. And that 257, well, he's full strength, but he's quite a novice player. And that 430 isn't full strength, but he is actually quite an experienced player. And the Oho goes down. Now he can take this 430 out, or he can get the 257. Gonna go for the 257. And another round of Katyushas comes in. He has been seen. It may be the Rheinmetall Borsig. Oh, he took a big hit there from the enemy Arty. Yeah, the moment he was spotted, he should have relocated, and he didn't. And because he fired that round, now he's in reload, but since his crew's stunned, it's going to take them a little while to recover and to get the shell reloaded again. And the M40 is also relocating. I'm not sure he actually suffered any damage during that attack. Oh, he did, yes. But I think that Ineedcoffeedude suffered the most. 147 hit points from that 155mm shell that came in from the 155-58. Okay, Waffenträger auf Panzer IV and a Rheinmetall Borsig. Oh, he got a Bombardier! Yes, he did! He got a Bombardier. He took 2 out with 1 shot. He got the Borsig and the Waffenträger off 1 shot. That's beautiful. And there's only 3 enemy left. One of those is the Bat Chat. Now, if we can just see actually who are the enemy left. Well, we've got an Object 257 and an Object 430U. And the 430U is the same one that he fired on earlier. And the Object 257 is the same one at full health that we saw a while back. And he's not full health anymore because he's been hit. And that brings up the high caliber for Ineedcoffeedude. But the enemy are getting rather close. The Bat Chat is only off to the south. The 430U is up on the lookout at Grid Square F4. And of course the 257 was taken out by the Type 4 Heavy. So our team's got 4 tanks, the enemy's got 2, one of which is an Arty with a 155mm howitzer with 3 rounds. Now I don't know if he's fully loaded. I suspect he probably is. And he's fired a round in there onto the lookout. But I don't think the Object 430 is up there anymore. And as much as that 15558 would like to come in and do it face to face, the trouble is that he's going to have a difficulty because he's been taken out by the Type 54 T54 lightweight. So it's just the 430U, and he's a good player. And it looks like Ineedcoffeedude is setting up an ambush position, thinking that the 430U is going to come in from the north route, and that's a good logical choice, because if I was going to attack the cap, I'd attack it from that side, not from the other side where you've got a long piece of dead ground to cover to get to the cap area. That dead ground in front of the cap is a killing zone, so you really don't want to be driving up there because you don't know who's looking at it. You could be spotted by somebody and taken out very easily. The other problem is, of course, the T54 lightweight is a good light tank with good view range, and the Type 4 Heavy's got a very powerful HE gun which could easily ruin the day of that 430U. But I suppose he's most worried about the possibility that he's going to get hit again by that 24cm howitzer. Now, this is one of the oddities of the new version, actually, is these bushes tend to tremble a lot whilst a vehicle's sitting in them, and I think sometimes it may be related to the exhaust, that the exhaust of the vehicle is making the branches move about. Of course, we can't actually see exactly where the exhaust is. Yeah, actually, I think it is the exhaust that's actually doing it. It's having a wind effect. You can see he's fixed his aim on a particular place where he thinks the enemy's going to go through, and I think that's a logical place as well, because if you were going to be driving into the cap area, you go through that gate area, and so that's where he's aiming, at the gate area. If there are similar places you could do on other maps, places that people drive very, very frequently, and you aim for those points because it's a fair bet that the enemy is going to drive into that point. Now he's moved forward just a bit, and that means the bushes are not bouncing around so much on the right side, because that would be a big giveaway to the enemy that that's where you are. Oh, there he is! Yes, he is coming in, but he's not going for the gated point. He's locked on, auto-aimed, dialed in, and oh! He was beaten to the punch by the M40, M43. Congratulations to that player who managed to take out the Object 430 from a different angle. So congratulations to him. Nice shot. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Oh my gum! Look at this. Amazing. Ineedcoffeedude in the T92 HMC managed to get an ace tanker. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. Exactly 4 kills is what he got. He got a Bombardier because he took out 2 enemies with 1 shell. That was the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV and the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. And he managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 21 in that battle. And he got a Gore's medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And finally, he managed to get the high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. Let's have a look at the team scores. This is a really good one. 4,287 hit points of damage. Well, yeah, it is slightly easier when you've got a 24cm howitzer to play with, but yeah, that's still a very, very good score for Arty. He managed to get 4 kills, and he managed to get a base XP of 1,194. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he only fired 13 rounds, but he made good use of the time and the rounds, and a lot of those rounds were fired the moment they were loaded because he was pre-dialed in on his targets, and it made it very easy for him to hit the enemy. He got 8 direct hits, 8 penetrations, 6 splash damage. Damage of 4,287 hit points, of which 2,120 were at more than 300 meters. He didn't receive any hit, but he did receive a hit as a result of splash damage from the enemy Arty, the Batchat 155-58, who did manage to spot him and fired a quick snapshot shell in, but it didn't get him directly. It landed nearby, but yes, it did do some damage to him in the process. He damaged 9 of the enemy, but killed 4 of them. He did damage assistance of 819 hit points, and that was mostly off that Udes that was struck on top of the lookout, and was tracked in position and then took shots from the enemy. And he did 2,381 hit points of stun assistance by stunning the enemy and allowing the other members of his team to plug them full of holes in the process, and that was off 10 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 81,069 credits. 81,000! He got 10,000 credits for the mission completion, and that brought up a grand total of 91,069 credits. But, and this is the big problem, the rounds he fired cost him 49,000 credits, and he used consumables, and he had to repair his vehicle, so he actually only made a profit of 9,568 altogether. So very small profit, but it was a profit, but that's mostly because the ammunition cost him. That's nearly 50,000 credits just for firing that gun as many times as he did, because after all it's 2,000 credits a round. So it's over 2,000 credits a round. He earned 1,791 base XP, base XP on a premium, I should say, rather, because it's 1.5, and he also managed to get a mission completion reward of 896 XP, bringing his total to 2,687 experience points altogether, and he also picked up 9 bonds for the medals that he managed to get. But yeah, that was a really awesome game, and some of those shots you were thinking, oh wow, bang on target every time. It was just like going in clockwork, and the Bombardier on those 2 were tank destroyers as they were pushing into the base. Lovely one. Took out 2 tanks, 1 shot. Very, very easy. Made it look very easy indeed. And that win 8 for that battle was 5,370, which shows how good the Ineedcoffeedude has become. So, if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.